I remember the chains. Cold iron biting into my wrists. The kind of chains that tell you there is no tomorrow. I knew what my sentence was. Everyone did. They didn't keep men like me alive for long. I was a thief, a rebel, a man who had hurt people and taken what wasn't mine to take. I had lived by violence, and I was going to die for it. I remember outside the prison, I could hear the noise of the crowd building, shouting, arguing, footsteps rushing through the streets. I figured they were preparing the crosses. One of them had my name on it. But then suddenly the door opened. A soldier barked my name. "Barabbas, come here." I stepped forward expecting to walk to execution. Instead, the soldier unlocked my chains. For a moment, I just stood there, rubbing my wrists, confused. "Go," he said. "Go where?" I asked. "You're free." Free? Me? That made no sense. They didn't just release men like me. And I heard the crowd outside chanting a name. Barabbas. Barabbas. They were shouting for me. But later I learned what had happened. The governor had offered the people a choice. Release a prisoner. They could free a man named Jesus or me. And they chose me. I stepped out into the sunlight, a free man. It felt so good. And that's when I saw him. A man standing where I should have been standing. A man surrounded by soldiers. A man who had done nothing wrong. His name was Jesus Christ. They were whipping him, mocking him. They all were angry at him. The crowd that had shouted my name was now shouting something else. Crucify him. Crucify him. I should have just walked away into my freedom. I mean, most men would have. But something kept me there. Maybe curiosity or guilt. Maybe the strange feeling that the cross they were carrying through the streets was meant for me. I watched him stumble under its weight. I watched the soldiers force another man to help carry it. I watched them nail him to the wood that should have held my body. I watched the sky grow dark as people continued to mock him. Some laughed, some wept, and I just stood there. And I realized the man on that cross was dying in my place. I was the guilty one. I was the criminal, yet he was the one suffering. And when he cried, "It is finished," I thought it meant his life was over. I thought the story ended there. They buried him in a tomb, rolled a stone across the entrance, and for 3 days the city grew quiet again. And I'll be honest, I tried to go back to my old life, back to the streets, back to the crime, but for the life of me, I could not forget his face. I couldn't forget that cross, and I couldn't forget that it should have been mine. And then on the 3rd day, whispers started spreading through the city. The tomb was empty. Some said his followers stole the body. Others said that they had seen him alive. Alive? At first, I didn't believe it. But the more I heard, the more I realized something. If the man who took my place on the cross had defeated death, then maybe, just maybe, he could change a man like me too. And that's when it all finally made sense. The cross wasn't just about me. It was about everyone, every liar, every thief, every sinner, every person who deserved the punishment for their own sin. He took our place, mine and yours. You see, I was the man who walked free that day, but not because I deserved it, because someone else paid the price. So if you ever wonder what the cross means, just remember my name, Barabbas, the guilty man who lived because Jesus died in his place. And if he could change the life of a man like me, he can change your life too.